Hi, welcome to Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. Today we're at the Kentucky Farm Bureau Day at the State Fair, a huge day for Kentucky agriculture.
Of course. How could you not love country ham?
More than 1,600 people, including Governor Steve Beshear, were on hand to witness the sale of the Grand Champion ham provided by Father's Country Hams of Bremen, Kentucky.
We've been curing hams on our family farm since the 1840s. So actually my dad had the first country ham champion in 1964 and started the auction. At that time the money actually went to the exhibitor and he donated the money to the local 4-H for a community center. So I guess it's been 52 years since our first win, but we've won 2 other times.
The Public Bank and Trust won the spirited bidding competition with a $400,000 winning bid.
This is our 8th time. We're very proud to partner. It's a wonderful thing. We're a Kentucky bank. We have a foundation, and so we believe in supporting the communities that we serve. When we're successful, we share what we make with the community. So it's just part of what we do. We served it at a derby party last year with the Proof folks. So I don't know, I've got some time to think about it. You know, these hams, they age pretty good. And we've got a few things that in the works in the education and healthcare field that I would expect to finalize in the next month or
2. The Kentucky Farm Bureau booth was present throughout the state fair, giving folks an opportunity to stop by and learn a little more about the organization, and they can also register for a free drawing. The Pride of the Counties exhibit, sponsored by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, gives Kentucky counties an opportunity to show off their area's unique blend of art, food, historic sites, industry, and other attractions to the thousands attending the state fair. Laurel County's booth received this year's Best Exhibit Award.
We like to come and showcase everything that we have and show off a little bit, and because we have a lot of cool stuff in the county, and we want people to know who we are and where we are, and we'd love to promote what we have.
Hundreds of spectators watched various groups compete in this year's annual Gospel Quartet Contest, sponsored by Kentucky Farm Bureau. The winners of this year's contest were Grace x4 of Lexington. They performed later during the Kentucky Farm Bureau picnic in the comfort of the air-conditioned South Wing.
Welcome the participants in the 2015 State Fair Sale of Champions.
Kentucky Farm Bureau also purchased the State Fair's Grand Champion steer during the annual Sale of Champions. The steer was exhibited by Chance Flock of Mercer County. Kentucky Farm Bureau, along with other contributors, purchased the steer for $21,500. Proceeds from the sale will go to the 4-H and the FFA. The Shelby County Farm Bureau, along with the Shelby County Chamber of Commerce, co-sponsored a quarterly membership lunch. United States Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was the featured speaker.
We do have divided government. One party controls the White House, another party controls the Congress. And you may not have thought about it this way, but we've had a lot of divided government going back to World War II. The American people frequently divide the power. And when they do that, I don't think they're saying, we don't want you to do anything. I think what the American people are saying when they have divided government is, look for things you can agree on and try to make some progress for the country.
Supposed to be exempt on our.
After the senators talked, guests of the sold-out luncheon were given the opportunity to ask questions of the senator.
Probably not. This is another one of these regulations issued by the executive branch, under which presumably every puddle on your farm is potentially subject to EPA regulation. Well, let me say this. It's great to be back in Shelbyville. Thanks for all you all do. We were talking about one of the nice problems you have is unemployment so low here, right? You have a hard time finding workers. I wish everybody had that problem. So obviously you've done a lot right with great local leadership and a wonderful community in every respect. And I will always be grateful for the way my parents were treated here at the end of their lives. They absolutely love this place, and I do too, and I will see you on the way out the door. Thanks so much.
Working on a farm has always been physically hard work. Today, with the use of modern equipment, the work can be less physical. However, the dangers increase. Tractors now claim some 125 lives a year in the U.S., according to the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, representing the biggest danger on the farm.
When my wife and I were over here in March trying to clean up some of the mess with this very tractor that you see behind us, and I did a dumb thing. Did I emphasize that enough? I did a dumb thing. I reached up from the other side of this tractor and started it. And the old tractor happened to be in gear and started up and it ran over me. In the last 5 months, I've been in rehab, fighting for my life and fighting to get back onto my feet. This is quite a common practice that we have safety switches on our tractors and we disable them for some reason. And then accidents like this happen. And it's my cause now to make sure that we tell all of our friends at Farm Bureau and all of our farmer friends not to start these tractors on the ground. This is exactly the position I was in when I started the tractor. And I first felt it when this tire caught up with my ankle. I felt confidence that I was dead. I just didn't see how any way in the world that I could live through what had happened. I felt every bone break. I heard it break. I didn't have much pain at that time. When the tractor ran over me, then I talked to my wife while we were waiting on the ambulance and the helicopter to come and take me to the hospital. And I told everybody I talked to then that I was dead. And then I passed out. Put the safety switches back on. If you don't have a safety switch, you contact me and I'll help you get one.
Agriculture ranks among the most hazardous industries. Tractor accidents are the leading cause of death on the farm. Remember to keep all tools maintained in good condition and used according to the manufacturer's instructions. Keep safety switches intact and operational. Wear the proper personal protective equipment and make use of rollover protection structures on tractors along with seatbelts. The Kentucky Farm Bureau Board of Directors took their annual trip this year to New England. The tour is an excellent opportunity for the board to meet with producers of other states and learn about issues that are important to them. These trips allow our Farm Bureau leadership to enjoy a broader view of agriculture and be better advocates for ag at the local, state, and national levels. The tours included a lobster harvest, a fish processing and auction house, roadside markets, and orchards. Later, the board also had a chance to visit the Harvard Business School and learn more about agribusiness on an international scale. Advisory meetings have been taking place all over the state leading up to this year's annual meeting. Meetings like these help to enhance the policy development process Each meeting will conclude with possible new resolutions that will go before the Resolutions Committee later this year. Now for your calendar of coming events. National Farm Safety Week is September 20th through the 26th. The Kentucky Farm Bureau Golf Classic is September 28th. And don't forget, resolutions are due by October 15th. Well, that's it for this month's report. We'll see you next time. What do you think, Colonel?